Hello everybody, welcome back to a very snowy Calgary, and today we are going to be taking this WestJet 737-800 over to Vancouver. We're going to be testing the new Zebo, not the Level Up, or you can call it Zebo I guess, 737 update, and from first impressions it looks very good. Now we're going to be doing it on a little test run as I've mentioned, and we've got some very nice and snowy conditions here in Calgary. And without further ado, let's head into the cockpit. So as you see, we had the fuel truck loading up the aircraft, which is going to prepare the rest of everything else before departure. So it's all good. We've got probe heats on. I know it might need a bit of anti-ice today as well to combat these conditions. Let's get our panel lights on, head down to the McDo or FMC. Calgary is Charlie Yankee Yankee Charlie. We're going to input our RS position. There we go. Just going to check how long we got left on the IRS. I've been doing it for a few minutes now, so yeah, we've got 2 minutes left, which is all good. Plane is loading up. We've got the jetway connected, and then we're going to Charlie Yankee Victor Romeo. And then we can get our flight number here on our tablet, which is WestJet 119. And there we go. And we're going to be departing via 17 left on the, well, we're doing direct to load tag. And we're doing Quebec 984. Quebec 894, sorry. That is to boot. And then that is to the Canucks 8, Canucks 6. So we'll do the ILS 8 left and the Canucks 6. There we go. We usually do the Grizzly arrival into Vancouver. It looks like we're doing a bit different. I guess it's because we're heading in from the east, which I don't usually do. Now I'm just going to, so we're still refueling as we can see, so I won't do any weight information just yet. Yeah, exterior model, I got textures to high, it still looks pretty fantastic in my opinion. It looks very good. Frames are decent, you know, X-Lane's tricky one, you know. We're getting around 30 to 40 frames, which I don't think is too bad. With lossless I'm going to be getting, you know, 60 to 100, which isn't too bad. But yeah. Exterior model looks fantastic there. I mean, can't beat Level Up and Phoenix team. Not the Phoenix team, the Zebo team, who just make this freeware add-on amazing. I will link below the add-on as well if you are wondering how to get it, because it is completely free, which is what makes this plane just amazing. Q&H, that is something you need to know before our departure today. It's minus 14. That's crazy. 994. Very low pressure. So we're going to need a lot of thrust to get off the ground here today. It's going to be a lot of fun. There we go. 994. Beautiful. Looks like we're just finished up with the fuel, so we can now input our weight information in performance page. Just get the info up. Sorry, will be a second. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to init ref. As your fuel weights. The reserves we will be taking, I believe, will be about 2.8. Cost index today 17. Cruising altitude 360. I think I'm just going to pop that onto the MCP for now. Don't want any complications in the air. Very good. Let's have a look at our cruise winds. We've got an altitude constraint at Sebog, but we can deal with that out of the time. 236 by 37. And then, where is it? 36, 4. Oh. And then let's see what SimBrief is saying for the departure today, because that'll give me a good flap setting and thrust rating. Just getting it up now. So let's have a look. Let you guys have a little peek at what's going on here. Let's put it here. Yeah, I want you guys to see. There we go. Okay, so take off performance. That's all good. So it's saying flaps 5, V1 at 152. So let's put flaps 5 in now. And then our CG today is that. Trimming 4.75, so we'll put that in. And then we shall... How do I input the thrust rate that I want? There's a way to do it. Maybe here? And then maybe I move one of those. 152, 155. 161 on V2. Very good. Right. How do we do the thrust rating? And then sets. There we go. What are we doing? 28. Wait, I'm a bit confused. Does it say which one to do? You know what, we'll leave it on auto. Do not want to play with that. Anyway, let's get away from that. We'll set our MCP speed to 161. I really hope the frames as well improve out of the cloud, because I know it can be dodgy when there's lots of like weather. Fuel pumps on, APU's on, seatbelt siren is on, put window heat on. You know what, put probe window heat on for now. Where's my anti-ice? There it is. We'll do wing anti-ice for now, and then we'll turn the engine on when we turn the engines on. APU bleed can come on. Going up to 36,000, anti-collision lights on. Put that to that. And without further ado, we'll go and shut the doors. How do that? It's always a pain. God, where's the click point? You know what? Let's just do it on there. It's more fun when you do it by hand, I can't lie. Doors shut. And we can go ahead and shut this door. Brilliant. Just do a couple checks before we get out of here. Probably should have done these a bit sooner. Oh well. Do oxygen tests. At least we check it out. That all works. Okay. TCAS. Alright, let's get the jetway on. Make sure the parking brake is set, and we have got power from the aircraft, so we can get rid of the GPU and chocks. Okay, and we can cool our pushback. I love this pushback tool. It is great.
Alright, Captain, got the directions.
Literally
let me know
the
through the
best.
menu when you're ready.
I'm ready to go.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Brilliant. But yeah, it's looking... Oh, the clouds have cleared up a tinsy bit. Just a tinsy bit. Where's 17 left at? I don't even know if it's like safe to fly today. We're gonna give it a go. No harm in giving it a go.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Cool. Oh, don't want that. That always happens, it's annoying. Luckily we spotted it. Yeah, it's not too long of a flight today. I think it's literally under an hour. I think I'll use lossless scaling from my point of view, guys. Sorry. You guys won't see a thing. I know how to put the overlay on stream maps, but I just can't remember. You know what? It's actually quite annoying. It's really inconsistent. Why? Wait, why aren't we doing that? Do I need to release my parking brake? Don't know what's going on there.
Hey, Captain. Let me know where you want this thing.
Does have a few problems.
Hey, Captain. Let me know where you want this thing. Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected. Bypass
There we
pens
go.
inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go. Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
Okay, let's get engine number 2 to ground. Hold up a minute. Oh God, what are we doing here? It's a bit slippy, isn't it? Oops, I turned it to ground, not con. Wait. I know it's been a while since I filmed the 737, but. Is there a reason it's not starting? That's all good. No clue. Try engine 1. Maybe we need anti-ice. Master caution is flashing. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Maybe P bleed? What's that say? Dual bleed. Okay, so after some trial and error, we have finally got the engine started. Yeah, just took a little bit of work with the APU. I'm going to turn it off actually. Oops, wait a minute, it's not right. There we go. My mistake. Oh, there we go. But yeah, got everything on AP bleed. Don't know why I turned them off. Anyway, let's get the flight directors on. Gotta reset this to about 161 again. Auto throttle on. Nav on. Have to wait down. Do flight control check. It's all good. Okay, so put that back to the engine page. Put a bit more thrust to those engines. Yeah. And then we'll taxi. So yeah, we've got a little right turn after departure today, which is all good. And then we'll make a little left turn here. So yeah, we've got just a little taxi today. So yeah, we'll try to keep it about 15 knots near the ramps, and then we'll get that to around 20 to 30 when we're by the runway taxiing down. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how performance changes through this flight, because we're in a quite big airport, not a lot of traffic, but especially with the snow as well. See how it handles. Deck lights on, set these to continuous. Got anti-ice on. Just need to reset the QNH, which is 994. Left turn onto Delta now. Going too fast. Could have slipped. So we can take the plane up to around 30 knots here, because we've got quite a nice open and straight taxiway. We're going to have quite a big incline as well, I think. Aircraft's struggling. I think having the clouds on Ultra is just a game changer. I mean, look at the sky there. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so after a swift taxi, we have made it to runway 17 left, and we're going to begin our takeoff roll just now. So we're going to start the timer. That's not starting the timer. And that. We shall start the other one as well, in case this one fails. Everything's looking good. Set the runway heading 166 quickly, just in case we run into problems. All the lights are good, and we shall do the auto throttle takeoff. So a little bit of forward pressure on the yoke. Let those engines slowly spool up. And there we go, you can see them slowly starting to go up. And everything's stable. And thrust set. Ooh. Yeah, overheat. These conditions need it. Speed's alive. Got like this runway. V1. Road sake, God, it feels heavy to get off the ground. Ooh. Gear up. Got out to work out that. Look at that view though. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so let's get LNAV on as well. Auto throttles on, set the gear to stowed. Auto brake disarm. Keep the flaps down for now. Need a bit of trim. Then come to normal. Flaps 1. There we go. Look how snowy it is down there, that's sick. And flaps up. Get the autopilot on. Set the MCP altitude to 36. And the lights off, taxi lights off. Might be a while till we break through the clouds. Oh wait, no, actually it's right here. Very interesting departure. This route does take us basically just out of the city of Calgary, over the mountains for a bit, and then descend into Vancouver. Over the city, which is nice. Okay guys, so we have now reached our cruising altitude of 36,000 feet, as you can see. It's been quite a challenging climb, I must say, especially in these icy conditions. I will turn the anti-ices off. I think I did it a bit too late. I'm not too sure. I'm not an expert on anti-ice. See, about signs have come off a while ago. Apart from that, everything looks good. You know, it's a bit bumpy coming up through 20,000 feet, so we have to keep the seatbelt sign on for a little wee while. But anyway, apart from that, looks like it's gonna be a smooth flight. We just didn't put our ILS information now, so we need to do 110.55. There we go. 110.55. And then approach course is 83 degrees. And then we'll do the rest of the information later when we're descending. The rest of the preparations. So that's 83, and apart from that, I think it's going to be a nice smooth cruise. Can't see the mountains unfortunately today, a few cracks in the clouds, but apart from that, you know, we can't see much. Okay, so we have now begun our descent into Vancouver International Airport. So we'll just go down to our init ref and put in our landing data, which is, by the way, I'm just calculating it currently on a SimBrief, as you can see. What will one do? So we've got quite a bit of wind, so we're going to do flap 30. And then maybe auto brake 3. Yep, auto brake 3. Flap 30. There we go, so we're going to need quite a lot of power to get a stop today, so we'll keep that in mind. We're currently going down to 9,000 feet. We'll have a quick look at our approach. Oops. There we go. Got vectors. Cool. Okay, so now we're just making our approach into the Vancouver airport. We have set the MCP to 5,000 feet. And it looks like we're going to have about 15 knots of crosswind today on today's arrival onto 8 left at Vancouver today. So we're going to be about 5,000 within there, and then we'll make the left turn onto MCOM, intercepting the glide slope and localizer. So should be a nice and straightforward procedure. So we're coming over into the city of maybe Burnaby. I think I know my Vancouver cities I've been. Oh no, we're actually over the city of Vancouver at the moment. So you've got, like, I think it's Richmond over there, Burnaby and Surrey behind Vancouver. Then we got obviously North Vancouver and the north of Vancouver. So yeah. Then what was it? Vancouver Island over to the west with Victoria. So it's a nice region. Let's get the engines to continuous and the landing lights and taxi lights on. We'll arm the ground spoilers. There we go. Look at that view, looking great. Check. Yeah, it's been quite a nice and stable flight today. Having to talk quiet because my whole family is asleep, which is not fun when you want to do a flight sim video, is it? So let's actually have a quick look at, I'm having a quick look on Navigraph at my charts, because I think they can be quite helpful sometimes. Minimums will be at 200 feet today. Nice and jolly. And yeah, as I said, we're doing auto brake 3, flap 30 landing. You know, it's gonna be quite fun, quite intense. Set the CP at 3000. Get ready for a left turn. Let's do 145 degrees. So yeah, courses at 83, which is all good for runway 8 left. We'll leave that page open for now. 110.55, there we go. It's all good. And we'll do flaps 1. And then once we hit this waypoint, we'll engage the head-in mode. There we go, head-in mode activated. We'll arm the approach mode as well, ready for when we intercept. We'll go ahead and do flaps 5 as well. Very lovely. Love this WestJet livery as well. It's nice and it's really dirty as well, which looks really cool. I guess that's what you kind of expect with like Canadian weather, with lots of de-icing equipment and stuff, making the aircraft a bit dirty. But it looks cool. So there's the airport over there. Yeah, let's do flaps 10. Be nice and prepared today with these conditions, very cold conditions. I like to have a bit of a smooth turn onto the runway heading. Oh, it's because I didn't. It's because I didn't arm it. I'm so stupid. I didn't arm it. How could I forget? Anyway, we'll do flaps 15. There we go. Or it changes to 160 knots to get slowed down a bit. Get down. Beautiful, gets down 3 green. There we go, making some corrections now. Is that a boat? God, that's long. Let's change our speed down to 147 now, which is going to be our landing speed. And then we'll do flaps 25. There we go, it's making nice line-up corrections on the runway, which is what we want to see. And then we'll do our final increment of flaps 30. There we are. Look at that engine view, it looks so good. And without further ado, we will disconnect the autopilot. Just going to let this speed settle. Yeah, it's actually like a pier rock thing. I thought it was a boat. Anyway, let's disconnect the autopilot. My airplane. Oh, it just feels so good to fly. I love how smooth the LevelUp737 is. Disconnect the auto throttle, my throttle. Check. Not really going into wind, which is a bit funny. Continue. Flat. There we go. That'll do for me. Nose down. Ooh. Reverses. Ooh, going all over the place. Did we break the left landing gear or something? Jesus, it's just leaning to the left. That's so weird. Reverse is stowed, auto brake to manual brake. That's so weird. For a second I thought the landing gear collapsed or something. Reverse is stowed. Auto brake arm. Looks almost as if like the left landing gear collapsed. That's mental.